I now invite Mr. Athulpriya for the CNCF updates.
Hi, good morning all. I am Atul and I am CNCF ambassador. I'm coming in from Hyderabad, and Humble just spoke to me a few days back to be here and talk something about CNCF and provide some updates. And apparently, if you're following CNCF closely, there was a pretty big news that came out yesterday, apparently last night. So I was just updating my deck for that update. So I won't take much time. I know a lot of you might be here who might have not, you might not be too involved in the CNCF or might have a very basic understanding of what CNCF is. So over the next few seconds, I'll just talk about what CNCF essentially is, what it does, so that you all have some understanding of what it is, and I'll also take you through different steps on how you can contribute to the community and be a part of it. So CNCF, or Cloud Native Computing Foundation, was started in 2015 as part of the Linux Foundation group. And the whole idea of setting up these organization was for the advancement of container technologies and cloud native technologies. Because as we saw, you saw the other keynotes that we spoke, that Sir showed. We moved from bare metals to VMs to containers, and that's where the technology is progressing. So they wanted to have an organization in place that would be able to take care of these particular tools and technologies, and also give organizations and individuals some guidance on how to proceed. So the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, they also provide a set of principles which the tools and the projects have to abide by, and basically it's a guideline that is set so that they are making the optimal use of it. They also house open source projects like Kubernetes, Prometheus, Envoy, to name a few. There are a lot of other projects as well. And the whole idea is to provide a vendor-neutral home for open source cloud-native projects. So what you see here is the CNCF landscape. So you can access this landscape at landscape.cncf.io. And I'm sure this is not clear, and I took this image last night. So the landscape is basically a gateway for anyone who wants to get into CNCF or understand what exactly is there in CNCF. So what the CNCF has done is that they have broken all the projects and technologies in different categories, which are required to build a cloud-native application. So you need things like a container orchestrator, you need something for networking, you need something for monitoring. So they have categorized all these tools in different segments, and that is what you see on the landscape. So if you are new to the CNCF and you want to know where to start or what to do, landscape.cncf.io is the place where you can know all the projects which are present and how to get started with that. Coming to the CNCF updates, quick updates on what has been happening in the CNCF world. So Kubernetes Mandala 1.29 was released in December. Apart from the critical updates that it has, one of the good things that it showed was the Kubernetes logo. I love design and art, and the logo that came with Mandala gave a lot of insights on the culture and the oneness of the entire universe. So if you have not seen the logo, please go ahead and appreciate the logo as well. I'm sure they have done a wonderful work giving the important features as part of Kubernetes. Cloud Events is a CNCF graduated project. So CNCF has a stage or a ladder for every project. So any project in CNCF starts from a sandbox stage where it's very nascent stage and very new. That's when, after which people start using it, enterprises use it, and eventually it becomes a graduated project. So Cloud Events recently graduated. It's basically a project that tries to give some standards around events, because events are generated everywhere. So they wanted to have a standardized format for the events. So that's what Cloud Events does. You can go and check out their GitHub repo to know more. So that was a graduation happened. The new CNCF landscape is out. So the screenshot that you saw here is the new CNCF landscape. They had been using something which was okay-ish, I would say, compared to what this is here. So this is what a new update is. And lastly, KubeCon's Europe schedule was out. So you can go ahead and check out who is speaking, whether your friends. I'm sure, I'm hoping that there are a few people here who might be speaking at KubeCon Europe as well. Coming to the critical thing, how you can contribute to the open source community or CNCF. First thing, obviously, you start using open source projects, which I'm sure all of you over here are already doing. While you use the projects, while you use the technologies that you have, you explore opportunities to contribute to them. So one notion that I have come across, which I've been told to me by a lot of people, is that for a lot of people, they think the contributions can be only code contributions. So they feel that, I need to make some code changes, create a PR and submit it. But then contribution can be in any form. So if you are someone who is very good at coding, obviously go ahead and see if you can do that. But as a user, even helping the project or product improve is a very good thing. So if you're using a project and if you find a bug, raising an issue is a contribution as well, because the issue that you raise is actually helping the project go further. So raise issues, obviously code contributions are there. You can even give documentation updates. A lot of things happens in a particular project, and it becomes difficult even for maintainers to update the documentation. So these are the non-tech side of it. You can help them in the community, putting a voice out. You can share your journey with the community. Learning in open is what I prefer, learning and growing together. And obviously, join local communities and attend meetups like these, because this is where not only you learn about the entire environment and the landscape, but you also interact with a lot of people who can help you with everything, right from learning to, getting a job if you are looking for one. So this is how you can start. Last but not the least, the cloud native community events, which I think again is key for growing in the community and learning more about what happens. So what you see here is a hierarchy of events which happens under the CNCF landscape. So initially you have the CNCF local chapter meetup. So like Humble spoke about Cloud Native Kerala, which is a group which does monthly or weekly meetups. Similarly, I am the organizer for Cloud Native Hyderabad. We do in-person meetups in Hyderabad. Similarly, we have meetups in Delhi and other part of India as well. So wherever you are, find the community there and see what meetups they are doing. You can just start by attending those meetups, learning what is happening, and eventually over time, from just being an audience, you can be a speaker there. Because the whole idea of these meetups is to give everyone an opportunity. And not everyone can get an opportunity to speak at a big stage. So even if you are a first-time speaker, or you are a pro speaker, or you are a pro max speaker, all of you are invited at any of these meetups, and you can share your learnings with the group. So these happen at the city level. The next level, these are very local chapter. One level above, you have the Kubernetes Community Days, which is where we are today. This is the first KCD event happening in Kerala. So can we have a huge round of applause for KCD Kerala, please? So KCDs are larger events which happen across the world. So you have KCD New York, KCD Italy happening everywhere. So this is KCD Kerala. So in this year, in 2024, KCD Kerala is the first KCD to happen in India. KCD Pune and KCD Hyderabad are lined up for the next phase of the year. So that will be coming soon. Then we have Cube Days, which are national level events. We recently had Cube Day India that happened in Bangalore last year, and Cube Day Singapore. The international level event is obviously KubeCon. A lot of us are already aware of it. So it happens twice in a year, once in Europe and once in North America. And the great news that came last night was that KubeCon is finally happening in India in December. So a huge round of applause for everyone who has worked in the community, because I think it's the effort of the communities that has helped bring KubeCon to India. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there at KubeCon India, because it will be a very good opportunity for all of us to learn from the experts, as well as interact with the entire community. So that's all I had to say. Let's go and attend the sessions that we have, interact with everyone, network, and have an awesome time here at KCD. Thank you so much.